Baby, I'm a gangster too. It takes two to tango. You don't wanna mess with me, mess with me. Baby, I'm a gangster too. Baby, I'm a gangster too. Baby, I'm a gangster too.
On my knees in the night, then
Baby, I'm a gangster too.
bang it.
Baby, I'm a gangster too.
On my knees in the night, then prayers in the street light.
Baby, I'm a gangster too.
Yo, what is up guys, ShinobiEevee here, back again with another video for you guys, and today ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing some Genshin Impact. Now today, it's going to be more of a review, and before we even get this review started, I'm curious on who you guys think I should summon for. Should I summon for Zhongli, or Zhongli, or should I summon for Titanari? I've seen a lot of good things coming out of Titanari. At the same time though, it's not really even guaranteed that I might get him. I might lose the 50-50, but if you wanted me to summon for either one of these, considering who I have already, then, you know, definitely let me know, because I have technically Noel already, and I've heard that with Noel, she kind of does the same thing with her shield, but I heard that Zhongli has a better cooldown, because I've been doing my research when it comes to this, and I still need to level her up, honestly, if we're being real here, because, she's not half bad. She really isn't. I just need to be able to ascend her and everything like that, which I can work on. But, you know, definitely let me know. But today, you know, as far as, you know, the reviews going, it's mostly going to be me talking about what's going on with, as far as how I've gotten in the game. So, it's mostly going to be me talking about, you know, the in-game stuff, how far I've gotten, because at this point I've only gotten to Leeway, and I finished the Leeway story, so I'm going to Inazuma now. Then there's also the fact that, you know, I'm still pretty new when it comes to this game, and the mechanics that go into it, so you gotta consider that as well. But overall, you know, I'm having a lot of fun as far as it goes. Like, I'm enjoying the characters, I like the character designs, I like how, you know, everything works. In fact, currently right now, my favorite character in the game is going to be Kazuha, because he kind of reminds me a little bit like airbending and everything, like with how his vision works. And overall, I like his character design. It reminds me a little bit like this ninja whole thing right here, and he looks amazing. He looks amazing. So, other than that, you know, as far as the game overall is concerned, you know, it has beautiful art, some pretty cool characters. I also like the fact that they actually have the characters that can actually fit in the story. So even if they're a 4-star, you'll still have characters that, if you go into cutscenes, you'll see them doing main stuff, or there'll be some, like, in some importance to the story. So I really like to see that, because in a lot of gacha games, you really can't say that a lot of characters do that, where they have a lot of 4 stars or 5 stars that are genuinely a part of the story, have a main role. So definitely love to see that. Other than that, there's also the gameplay / co-op section, which I want to talk about. So as far as gameplay goes and all that, you know, gameplay wise, you know, the game, you know, when it comes to fighting and everything like that, it took me a little while to get used to. I will say that much. It took me a little while to get used to, especially since I used keyboard and mouse before I used controller first. But eventually, I did get used to it, and the fact that they have co-op in this game allowed me to play with my friends and allowing them to help me get into the areas I want to, like for instance Leeway, you know, definitely helped out a lot, because I for the longest time was lost when it came to this game. I didn't know what I was doing, and then I had a friend basically help me get to Leeway, so shoutouts to him, and everything like that. And from there I basically took it, so he kind of gave me like my little bit of a push before I finally decided to go at it on my own. So definitely shoutouts to him on that, and I'm really thankful. So other than that, when it comes to exploration, you know, or just enemy variety, that's not too shabby either. I liked it. How they have different enemies and everything like that, especially as you move on, you get to kind of see that. So, overall, that's interesting. Then there's also the fact that every character has their different play style and abilities they can mix and match together. So those are also pretty interesting to have to deal with as well. And then there's also the boss fights, which, if you couldn't tell before, are my favorite parts in the whole entire story. So far, we've had a couple of boss fights, and, you know, it's not too shabby, if I had to say so myself. It really is not too shabby. My favorite one so far has been when we had to go against Child, when he basically, what is it, not betray, well, technically he did betray us, kind of. He wasn't really on our side to begin with, though, so you can't really even say he betrayed us if we're being real here. So, I don't know, but it was an interesting boss fight, to say the least, for sure. Definitely an interesting boss fight, one of my favorites for sure. It was definitely a hard one, though, so I like that. There's somewhat of a challenge, even with the 5-star I have. Like, Kazuha is really, really powerful, even where I have him right now. He is really, really powerful, and I can definitely see that he's been carrying me throughout a lot of these games, or a lot of these matches I've been going through, as far as content-wise. So he's kind of carrying me at the moment. So other than that, there's also the community events that they got going on. So they have offline and online community events. In fact, there is an event going on right now, if I'm correct, that you can do. But I'm just not in that area. But even then, they have like an offline event that you can do where you can go and basically go and get primo gems and everything like that. So there's that as well. So now, overall, I'm enjoying the game, enjoying the story, enjoying the characters, you know, all that good stuff. The only gripes I have is the fact that, you know, when it comes to 5 stars, when it comes to 5 stars, you know, the rarity, which I can get, they have to make their money somehow, but the rarity really doesn't match how many 5 stars they have in the game. In fact, if you look in the character list right now, and I found that really unusual, if you look in the character list right now, the amount of 5 stars they have in this game is damn near close to the same amount of 4 stars they have in the game right now. If not damn near just close already. Like, it's literally damn near the same. So I found that weird, which is probably why they have to rotate so many banners at the same time. But at the same time, it also kind of just ruins it a little bit. Because then you have the problem that it's like, alright, I can't choose the 5-star I want to pull for, so you gotta like kind of focus on getting your 50-50 and hoping that you win that. And then even with 4 stars, there's just not a lot of 4 stars. And then if you try and summon on the standard banner, there's most likely a chance that you're not gonna get one, because like I said earlier, you don't get to choose the character you want to pull for. So it's not like the weapons in this game, where if you go to the weapons right now, which I really am appreciated for, even though I don't summon on this often, if you go on the weapons right now, you can literally go ahead and, you know, have a chance to be able to summon and get the weapon you want by just selecting it. Whereas with the standard banner, you know, with the event banners, there isn't that. Like, it doesn't exist. Like, you can't, you know, go ahead and do that. I will say that when it comes to certain 4 stars, like Noel, I am kind of glad that they have the chance to where you could be able to get, you know, their abilities up. But even still, like I said earlier, like, the rarity or the amount of 4 stars they have in here doesn't match kind of like how they have the rarity. I'd feel like, especially since the 5 and 4 stars are damn near the same in how many they have in the game, if not the 4 stars have a little bit more, you think the rarity would go up a little bit. But hey, it is what it is. Also, Ascension, one thing I've realized pretty quickly, especially since I use Kazuha, is when it comes to Ascension, if you go and look at his character, most of the stuff I need in order to level him up, because I have him pretty much capped out at 40, but most of the stuff I need to level him up, like if you look at this real quick, you gotta beat this boss, and this boss is located in Inazuma. And then even this, real quick, if you take a look at this item right here is in Inazuma. So I cannot get this man any further until I get to Inazuma. So that's also kind of a problem. Even though he's a whirlwind unit and I'm in Mondstadt, he still is technically from Inazuma, so I can't really do too much with him compared to other characters like, you know, Amber, where you can literally get her up to, you know, whatever level you need to get her to and still probably level her because she's in Mondstadt. So, you know, there's also that. So that's also something you gotta think about as a new player, is when you summon on a banner, summon for who you want, but keep in mind that if you don't have that area unlocked already, then you basically probably won't be getting them past level 40 or sometimes even level 20. Like for me personally, you know, when I summoned on the banner before for the newer characters, this character right here, I don't think I'm going to be able to get him to level 40 at all for a little while, due to the fact that, or at least past level 40, due to the fact that this source right here, wherever I gotta get this from, either I have to buy it, I'm pretty sure, or I have to go to the area where it comes from, and I can't do that at the moment, considering I'm still near the very beginning of the game. I'm still gonna try her out, because I definitely want to see how she works, but, me personally, I don't think I'm gonna be using her for a while, though it is a good idea to have her already, and I already got her, you know, Constellation at 1. Bennett's also a pretty good one to use. Thank God I got him at the early part of the game, but once again, for him, I can't really do much with him either, due to the fact that, you know, Inazuma is kind of where I have to get on most of my stuff. And that's a 4-star, so, like, you know, when it comes to Ascension, you gotta really think about that kind of stuff. So there's that, and there's also, and this all kind of just ties in together. It's like, even with the events, it's like, you can't do the events unless you are in that area. So, you gotta really think about that. So, you know, you gotta think about that. You got event lockout, you know, the fact that certain 5-stars you just basically won't be able to use unless you know, already have that area unlocked. You know, and then on top of that, you gotta think about the fact that if you want to even get your character stronger in the first place, you have to get multiple copies sometimes of that character. Certain characters you can have maybe one of and you'll be fine, but for the most part, it's not that way, unfortunately. I wish it was. I wish that you'd be able to experience the character and everything like that. Because that's a problem that a lot of, you know, gacha games have. It's like, you know, you got these characters where you want to be able to experience them, or get them to their full potential, but you have to spend so much money in order to be able to do that, which, you know, for me personally, Kazuha, I'm probably gonna have to wait until his banner comes around again, so that I could actually be able to upgrade some of his constellations, because his constellations especially are really important. This character in general needs to be built up a bit before you actually basically use him, because he's more like a support unit than anything, but I use him as a main DPS, so, you know, it is what it is. But overall, you know, I feel like the game could do better. The only thing I would shoot, like, the game is decent. It's one of those games where I will hop on every once in a while. I'll take my time with the story, but it hasn't invested me enough to where I'm just like hopping on it every single day, kind of like games like Bleach Brave Souls, where they got me on that game every single day, getting rewards and all that stuff, because, you know, the way they allow you to grind for materials, the way they allow, you know, how they actually have their system set up, as far as getting characters and powering them up and being able to test them, is a lot better than this, due to the fact that compared to this and Bleach Brave Souls kind of gives you a chance to at least play with the character and, you know, be able to at least pull one of them. You have a better chance of pulling one character that you want on Brave Souls than you do in this game, because every 90 pulls in this game, well, you'll get a 5-star, not even guaranteed the one you want, compared to Brave Souls, where they have certain banners for certain characters. You can kind of pick and choose which ones you want, and at least get a guarantee on that. But, I mean, that's just my opinion when it comes on. I play a lot of different gacha games. I played Summoner's War, I played Soccer Spirits, really good gacha game. You know, rest in peace, it was good for 7 years. Definitely would go back and play. In fact, I still do go back every once in a while and touch on it. Really good game. I really hope that it kept going, but hey, it is what it is. And then, you know, Bleach Brave Souls, hell, even Monster Super League, you know, I play every once in a while. In Dragon Ball Legends, I've played a lot of different gacha games, and out of all of them, I would have to say Genshin is definitely high up there on the list. In fact, me personally, the way that Dragon Ball Legends is going right now, this game is definitely above that, because at least the draw rates in this game are better than that. So I'll take that much. And I know I'm making a lot of emphasis on characters, but you kind of have to. Like, you can't, like, certain areas or certain bosses, I will say, granted, that I would have never beaten if I didn't have Kazuha. Or at least it would have made it a lot harder than it should have been. Like, if I didn't have Kazuha, Barbara, or any of these characters for that matter, the way I do, or let alone their weapons and accessories and the stuff that I gotten off of summons, then who knows what I'd be doing right now, or how far I'd be into the game. So you gotta really think about that kind of stuff. So me personally, the solutions to the problems I was talking about earlier, like the 5-star pool, the Ascension, event lockout, and some 5-stars not being able to level up if you don't even have that area unlocked. I feel like the whole thing with the 5-stars, or just any characters not being able to be leveled up, I feel like there should be a way that you could be able to just grind a boss or something like that for that area. At the same time, I could see why they have that there. It's like so that you'd actually be forced to kind of go and check out that area, because you know exploration is a really huge part of this game. And on top of that, they gotta make their money somehow. And then there's event lockout. I feel like certain events, especially in the very beginning of the game when everybody wasn't able to play Genshin, like if you're a new player right now, certain events you won't be able to see or even play if you weren't playing from the very beginning, whereas the people who played it from the very beginning got to see them. So I feel like certain events they could have kept in the game that were important to the story at least, and even if they take the rewards out, it'd be at least nice to see that. And then Ascension, like I said earlier, finding a place to where you can be able to either buy or grind some of the materials to do so. Whether you have that area unlocked or not might be a good idea, you know, to be able to have people power up their characters, especially since when your world level goes up, as you can probably tell, like, even though I'm still in Leeway / Mondstadt, you know, they're like level 49 now, and I still only got like my strongest character being like level 40, so no, it really be like that. Now I think there is a way you could turn down your world level, but that would also take out the challenge and the fun from it, so it really depends. And then last but not least, how hard it is to pull 5 stars. Now, me personally, they could do one or two things when it comes to that. When it comes to 5 stars, they could either A, increase the draw ratio or the draw rate for 5 stars and just, you know, do that. Or what they could do is they could leave it the same, right? But at least have you be able to pick which 5 star you want with the weapons and everything like that. And there's also another thing they could do is also increase the amount of primo gems you can get in a day just by doing daily stuff. So that could be also something good, because let's keep it a buck, for a free-to-play player like myself or others out there who don't have a lot of money to be spending on this game, you know, being able to have your free-to-play, you know, player base be able to get some of these characters definitely would be helpful, especially to keeping the game alive, since that's like a majority of the player base in this game. A majority of the player base is whales, unfortunately. So, unfortunately for them. So, you know, those are just some things I wanted to talk on. But overall, my review on the game, you know, it could definitely improve, and I hope it does, because I want to see this game flourish. I've been wanting to play this game for a while, especially ever since I heard it was going to come out on the Switch, which for some reason it hasn't. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. I was hoping that it'd be out on the Switch a long time ago, but they didn't. At least not yet, so we still gotta wait on that. But until we do, you know, we just gotta see what they're gonna do, and hopefully they can improve the game by that point as well. So, no, that's you know, some things to think about. But other than that, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and once again, you know, for anybody who does see this video, since I'm going to Inazuma, I'll probably have to get my review on Inazuma and the whole thing with that. Because I heard the story for that is pretty good. But other than that, who should I summon for? Should I summon for Zhongyi, or should I go for Virgil? Me personally, I want to go for both of them, but you already know my luck is trash probably, so I'm most likely only going to get one of them. So who would you think I should go after, in your opinion? And without further ado, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys later, and this is going to be ShinobiEevee signing off. I'm out.